Hey everyone, welcome. I am in Vegas covering CES 2023. Man, I am so excited. There's been a few announcements already and the events haven't even really kicked off yet. So really cool announcements from LG today talking about the G3, the C3, the Z3, and the B3, also the A3 in some other markets, but we'll get into that. But I really want to talk about the G3 because this is where they're making waves and the changes that people thought wasn't coming is indeed coming in 2023. We're talking about OLED TVs that can potentially hit 2000 nits. Crazy, right? And they're claiming that it's 70% brighter than the LG B3 and B2 OLED TVs. If it can achieve that number, it could be a pretty impressive feat, especially if a lot of this brightness capability is demonstrated in the full field brightness. That's where LG is kind of lacking when it's being compared to LCD or even a QD OLED. I think this is something that was sort of holding LG OLEDs back. And it's nice to see them pushing this new technology. Now, this new light control architecture sounds a lot like MLA. Micro lens array is what we thought it was going to be called. And there's no official word on what it will be called. They could certainly use that terminology, but for right now, they're just saying light controlled architecture and they're branding it with the brightness booster max technology. And that was associated with the heatsink for the G2. So it'll be interesting to see if the C3 is going to have anything extra this year, maybe a heatsink, maybe not. Now it's early, and I think that if they don't do too many adjustments to the C3, there's going to be a lot of reason for people to look towards the C2. And really, if you want a brand new LG OLED upgrade this year, you probably want to look towards the G3. Of course, I believe there's going to be some QD OLED news that people are going to want to listen to, so that'll be some competition as well. It'll be interesting. I think this is going to be a really good year for consumers that are buying a TV. So, if you're trying to think, should I buy a TV right now? Maybe if you want to get like the next step up, just wait a little bit until these new TVs are released. But keep in mind, it's going to be pretty pricey at launch, like it is every year. And this is the cycle that we go through. So if you're looking for a TV and you still want a really good bargain, but you're not looking at the G3 anyway, then you can probably just get a C2 on sale and be just fine. But if you're the type of person that wants the latest and greatest and the newest technology, then just wait. I also want to note for the G3, the actual sizes that are going to use this new light control technology is going to be the 55-inch, the 65-inch, and the 77-inch. So no other models for the G3 will be using this technology from what we're seeing because it does not show that same capability of getting that 70% brightness boost. LG has also stated that they are redesigning the way that WebOS works in 2023. So that'll be really interesting to dive into those details and see what changed once I get a little bit more time to look at it. But this is a good thing because I think WebOS can use improvements for sure. The other thing they're talking about is the HDMI 2.1a on their new OLEDs. The real big difference they're talking about here is the quick media switching, QMS. So if you've heard that term, it's really just going to be when you switch your signal or when you switch from like 60 hertz to 120 hertz and you see that little black screen in between, it's supposed to eliminate that, make for a smoother transition. Now, how big of a deal is this? It could be a big deal for certain people, but I think for the average user, you're probably not going to really need something like this. And there's very much a possibility that this could come to different TVs via a firmware update. The other thing they're talking about is the LG A9 Gen 6 processor that's supposed to be bringing a lot of improvements to the AI Picture Pro. Now, one of the things I'm hoping they show is that AI Picture Pro actually works in more circumstances, because in the past, it was really hard for this to work, and a lot of people would complain about this, that they really like it when it did work, but for some reason it didn't work all the time. So let me know, what do you guys think of the LG G3? Are you interested in buying it this year, or are you waiting for something a little bit better to be announced at CES? And if so, what is that? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you tune in all week long because I'm at Vegas covering CES 2023 and it's going to be a blast bringing all this coverage to you. If the G3 is using MLA technology and you want to go ahead and learn more about it, I made a video talking about that right here.